Hey everybody, happy Monday. It's Mark Jones, branch manager of Directions Home Loan here in San Antonio at LaCantera. And I wanted to do a quick Monday update with a couple of things that I had come across this morning as I came into the office. So I want to start with our mortgage rates. Obviously, we've got a lot of folks chattering about mortgage rates are coming down. I'm hearing mortgage rates are going up by a point. And at the end of the day, guys, mortgage rates change daily, sometimes multiple times in a day, and you can't lock in an actual interest rate until you're under contract unless the mortgage lender that you're working with allows for something that's called a lock and shop. Basically, you pay a fee that allows you to lock in an interest rate for an extended period of time while you search for your property. Now, keep in mind, this is kind of like Russian roulette in the sense that if mortgage rates tend to go down, then you're stuck paying a fee for no reason. For me, the mortgage rate is only going to change the payment so much. Has a lot to do with the price ranges that you're purchasing in, your credit score, things of that nature. But as we look at this, I want to show you, this is based off of, it looks like June 3rd, so still, Friday of last week. But we're looking at a $300,000 loan amount, and I'm going to change this to 5% down. And we are looking at a 780 to 799 credit score. And as you can see, the FHA rate for 30 years sitting at 6%. Your conventional is at 5.482. And if we lower this down to the average credit score in Texas, which is going to be 680, that is a range of 680 to 699, you can see that rates do come up, and the FHA doesn't change much at all, if anything. So your 30-year fixed at the 580 to 699, we'll call it 700 credit score, is going to be the 5.929. Your VA is sitting at 5.573, and your USDA at 5.794. Again, one of the most underutilized program, in my opinion, is the USDA loan. 100% financing with approved credit in certain areas, and allows you to have about $100 cheaper payment because of the mortgage insurance that comes along with it monthly, as opposed to your FHA 0.85%. It's only 0.35% monthly. So, as you know, those rates are based on a conglomerate of different factors and different mortgage companies throughout the country, but Google uses that tool to allow you, the consumer, to shop for mortgage rates without being marketed to. So now I want to get into some information that I came across, and I'll be using Redfin as the source of this data. And what I wanted to know is, are there listings hitting the market? Because I'm seeing buyers start to submit more offers and them actually getting accepted. Now, mind you, this research was done and it's based off of, it looks like just the end of April. So let me show you this. As we look at this here, it says April of 2022, San Antonio home prices were up 19.2% compared to last year. And it says selling for a median price of $292,000 on an average home in San Antonio sales after 16 days on the market compared to 19 days last year. There were 1,412 homes sold in April this year, down from 1658 last year, which makes sense. I believe this has a lot to do with the amount of inventory or lack of inventory that we have, because as you can see, as we move further with this, I wanted to show you the trend with the days on market. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm showing you here. And as you can see, days on market is down 3 days from 19 to now 16. And as you can see from, let's say, January was sitting at 28 days, is now trickling down again in April to 16 days on market. So what does that tell me? That tells me that we still have a shortage of homes. It tells me that if your listing is up to par, up to speed, up to the values that are around the area, it's going to get scooped up pretty quickly. So I also want to jump into this section here called trends. So this shows us, and Redfin puts together all the data to be able to provide to you guys, but it shows us here that 69 is what the score that they give San Antonio in regards to it being a hot market still. And it says it's somewhat competitive. And when it says somewhat competitive, I think they're just kind of watching their butt with that, because at the end of the day, if you're sitting at 16 days on the market as an average, that's pretty quick. But let's look at this. Some homes get multiple offers. The average home sale is 2% above the price and goes pending around 17 days. It says hot homes can sell for about 6% over the list price at around 10 days on the market. And maybe if I click this, it'll tell us what a hot home is. A hot home is for sale that is expected to be among the most competitive homes on the market. So I'm assuming that this is your home that has the upgrades. It has a move-in ready feel to it, something that a buyer sees and says, I don't need to do anything to get into this home. So let's look at this. Continuing moving forward, sale to list price. Again, it's showing the 2% over list price. And then it also goes to show that homes sold above list price is still at 58%. So that, I mean, is a pretty solid indicator that we are still in a very hot market here in San Antonio. For our folks that are out there searching, looking for homes, I believe that we're going to continue to see homes hitting the market. I know in my neighborhood, I've seen quite a few for sale signs go up, and it's giving me hope that we're going to have a little bit of a relief when it comes to these buyers having homes to bid on. So last thing that I want to talk about here is the home price drop. This right here is what folks are talking about everywhere. This is supposedly the indicator that a crash is coming. And in my opinion, this to me is an indicator that we have pushed the values of these homes to the max they can possibly get to. And these sellers have to start having realistic expectations. And when it comes to realistic expectations, you've got to run the comps. I believe that homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer than what they normally have been, simply because they're overpriced. If your home is not getting looks, and as you can tell, 16 days, if it's sitting on the market for longer than the average, that means that there's either something wrong with the home or there's something wrong with the price. Definitely you don't want to have something on both sides that are causing you to not be able to sell that home. But I do think that this is an indicator that we are going to have homes hitting the market, and those sellers are becoming more realistic to the prices that they're able to get and coming to terms with it, hence the fact that they're dropping their actual sales price. I don't believe that this is a backwards indicator of the market crashing. I do believe that it is time for our listers to correct how they've been listing their homes in regards to the higher sales price. And then on top of the higher sales price, getting multiple offers, on top of the multiple offers, getting more than what the list price is. So that, in my opinion, happens in a frenzy. I believe the frenzy is coming to not necessarily an end, but it is starting to subside to get to a little bit more of a consistent market. That being an indicator that if you are a home buyer out there seeking, shopping, looking for a home, stay the course, guys. If you have seen any of the other content that I've put out, the alternative to purchasing is renting. And I would much rather see you hang in there or compromise or buy less home so that you can get your piece of equity versus paying somebody else's equity. So I hope you guys are getting a little bit out of this. If you have folks out there that are shopping, maybe they need to see this. You never know how much a forward and one view can change the course of someone else's life. So That being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful Monday and the rest of the week. I'll probably be coming back, let's say Wednesday, to do another quick update with you guys, a little bit of mortgage data, real estate information, and we'll go from there. But until then, you guys make today count. Hey, it's Mark Jones, branch manager of Directions Home Loan at LaCantera. And I know that with today's competitive market, shopping for a home can be tough. But with our 21-day close guarantee, your offers may start moving to the top of the pile. So visit us at LaCanteraLoans.com/21-day close to see if you qualify. And remember, we believe that everyone's a homeowner. It's just a matter of when. And we're here to show you how.
Other restrictions may apply. All loan programs are subject to credit and property approval.